Okay, so I'm live on Google Hangouts, and I'm also live on, okay, I see that there's one viewer, but I cannot see who it is. Could you leave a comment, please? I guess I'll just wait a few more minutes. I can't tell if people are going to be jumping on or not. If not, I'll just continue it as if it's a recording. Okay, so like I said, this is also being transmitted on Google Hangouts. So what I was hoping was that people could get on the live and then see the link, click on the link and get on Hangouts, and then be able to see when I screen share, because it's going to be really difficult to screen share on the live. So all right, here's what I'll do. Since there aren't any people, there's nobody on here, I will just do the tutorial on the broadcast and then have that available for people to look at later. That'll work. Let me just get that screen back up here. Okay, all right, so we're starting from fresh. I'm gonna introduce myself. I am Charmaine Gregory, and I am one of the coaches here on Team Balance. I have been a coach for about 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years. And I am also an emergency physician. I work nights only. I'm a wife and a mom of 3 awesome, and very vivacious and sometimes a little rambunctious children. But I love learning new things about technology and how to utilize it in our business and maximize in our time and efficiency. So one of the things that I discovered through just talking to some of the coaches was that there are a couple of ways in which you can accomplish face-to-face meetings without actually being geographically in the same place. So one of the things that you can do, I mean, I know some people have used Zoom, which is an option where you can actually create a video meeting. Other people use the Google Hangouts, which is what I'm currently using at the moment. So this YouTube Live is being used. The platform that's used for it is Google Hangouts. So you can use Google Hangouts in this format in order to transmit a live video broadcast to your challengers who are using Challenge Tracker. And so the way that it would work is literally you would create the event, which I'm going to show you how to do. And then once you've created the event, you can put the link for the event in your challenge tracker, and then your challengers can tune in at that time for the event, and it will be live, literally just like this, and you'll be able to interact with your viewers, and you can have them on the screen. Everybody can talk to each other, everybody can see each other, and this is a great way to get interaction in your groups. So that's one way in which you can use this. Another way in which you can use this is for team meetings, for video consultations with clients. There's limitless ways in which you can utilize this. So specifically, the YouTube Live event works really well in Challenge Tracker in order for you to have a live interaction component, much like what you would have when you do a Facebook group. The Google Hangouts can be used independently. And again, the same thing, you get in there and then you would invite people either via email, or you would send them a message with the address or the invite for the meeting, and then they'd be able to get on. So if you don't have their email, which you probably should have their emails if they're in your groups though. So anyway, the meat of the thing. So let's get to it, because I know that time is of the essence for all of us, including myself. All right, so I am going to screen share so that I can go through the steps. So first of all, for the YouTube event, like this that I'm currently in, you do need to have a YouTube channel that is capable of you doing events. So not everybody's YouTube channel is capable of that. It's super easy to rectify it if yours isn't. And all it requires is a simple verification that you're actually a real person and that you have a real account, and that you're not a bot. Okay, so you just verify that. It takes 2 steps. And once that's done, then you're able to create an event and host an event. Okay, so I am going to screen share, and let me make sure I get, let's see what, here we go. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, wait. Let's just do application window. And I want you guys to, sorry, one second. Maybe this window, yeah. Okay, that's a good one. All right, so I am trying to show you guys how you actually do this. And so let me get to that window. All right, so I'm just checking back real quick on the Facebook page, and looks like there's still 1 viewer. I'm not sure. Do you mind just going down to the link that I posted in the comments and clicking on that and then joining the Hangout? Because you're not gonna be able to see the screen share on the live broadcast. Okay, let's pull that up. All right, so you should be seeing a window that says Live Events YouTube. Hopefully you are. And this stinks that there's not anybody on here to confirm if they're seeing it or not. All right. All right, I guess I'll just continue. All right, so so here's the window. So this is what the basic window looks like. So you go to, so if you're on your main page, of course, it's gonna take a minute. Okay, so if you go to your main page, you should see, let me just make sure that you're seeing that. Okay, great, you are seeing that. All right, if you go to your main page, you should see, you have on the sidebar, you should have a creator studio, and then below that, you should have dashboard, window manager, live streaming, community, etc. Hopefully you see that. Then if you go to live streaming, and click on the little down pointing arrow there. If you are going to be doing a live stream in real time, so you're not going to be doing an event like what this was, then you would just click live stream now, and then you would just start broadcasting. So the default platform for broadcasting is going to be Google Hangouts. Now, if you start getting more advanced, you can potentially use some of these other ones like OBS, and there's a few other ones that you can modify and do some really neat things with. But I'm pretty much a novice, and so I have chosen to stick with what is already set up, which is Google Hangouts. So if I were doing like a live stream that was not an event, then I would just go and hit live stream now, and then I would start the broadcast. And then you just, put in information about it. Like you put the basic info, like what it is, a brief description of it, and then the category for which it is. And then like everything on YouTube, you can basically dictate what the privacy level is. So if you make it public, it's going to go immediately to your page, and everybody around the world essentially is going to be able to see it on YouTube. If you make it unlisted, then that just means that you have to personally invite someone to it. The link is not going to be anywhere that's visible. If you make it private, then it is, no, if it's unlisted, then nobody has the link. If it's private, then the link exists, but you have to literally invite people to utilize it, okay? So if you are just testing this out and you just wanna see how it works, then I would suggest that you use unlisted or private, just so that it doesn't go live to like everybody, like really live. And you know, then you have to go back and try to backtrack and erase, etc. So so here you can see that those are the things that you would add. There are some pretty fancy things that you can add also called cards, which are, you know, for our basic needs, that's not really something that we need to deal with at the moment. Then there is obviously the link. So you can share this link, and then folks can actually see the live stream with this link. And when you go live, a lot of times what will happen is if you have followers on your, they will see the indicator that you're going live, and then they'll be able to chime in, watch, etc. Okay, so that's if you're going to go live stream now. But what I want to show you guys is events, like how to set that up. So if you see my events page, you can tell that I am currently in, you'll see the actual event that I'm currently in pop up, right? So you will, you'll see the screenshot of the event, and then you'll also see how you could potentially edit the event. And then you also see a live control room, which allows you to be able to, if you have multiple people who are on the video feed, you can, you know, mute them and have them, you know, unmute them, things like that. You can control like what occurs during the event. So now I want to go to new live event. So you go to that and click that, and then it'll bring you to the screen where it says create a new event. And the same thing is true. You put a title. So you put coach meeting, say, I don't know, I can't spell, coach meeting. Okay. And then you put the time, you know, when it's going to be. So, you know, for argument's sake, we'll say today, and then we'll put a time. I don't know, we'll put a time that's a little bit from now. Let's say we'll put 11:30. And then you could put an end time as well. And then a little description. Meeting to discuss team cup ideas. Okay, so that's what you do. And then if you wanted to, like say, for example, you plan on using this as a future training or something like that, then you could add tags to it. So you can add whatever tags you want. So you can say, you could put, training, and then if you put commas, it'll basically highlight the thing. Coaching. All right, and then once you're done with that, then the next thing that you can do is, and just keep an eye on this part down here, because it basically will change depending on your preference, right, of privacy. So if it's public, everything's highlighted, right? If you do unlisted, you see how things go away. So like there's no ability there. There's no, the little things for Twitter and everything goes away. If you do private, then you have the ability to share, and it's not, you know, directly published. Okay. So, and then so only you can see it, obviously, and then you can share it. So a lot of times what I'll do is if I'm creating a video that I don't really want anybody to see, then I put it as unlisted. If I'm creating a video that I'm planning on sharing later, then I will do it as private and then just share the link as I need to. And you can do the very same thing for your event. So, you know, you start off, you make your event private, you do share, and then it'll ask you for the email addresses of those you'd like to share it with. So then you put the email addresses in there, and then that person will get a link saying, you know, Charmaine has an event coming up. It's going to be 11:30 today. You know, if you'd like to attend, here's a link, right? And then so they'll know when where to go for the live. So that's basically it. So those are the very basic points to this. And so, you know, if you're doing this for your groups in Challenge Tracker, you do the same thing. And then you would use the share and then put in their email addresses, and you'd be able to, they will be able to see when your event is coming up. The other thing that you can do is actually take the link from the event, and I'll show you that as we get there. We're going to get there in a second. Take the link from the event and you put that into your Challenge Tracker app. And then they'll be able to know that it's coming up. And the third thing that you can do is actually, like half an hour before the event starts, you can actually put the link for the actual event again, so just to remind them that it's coming up. So the advanced settings, you know, these are going to be different things that you can do. I always have automatically spam block messages. You know, granted, you know, only a small audience is going to be available for the particular live, but just in case, I always put that up. And then enabling live chat is going to be important, because then your clients and your coaches can talk with you during the live. So then that stuff is pretty standard. And then you go to create event. All right. And then now you'll see on this page, it has the upcoming event being the coach meeting, and then it has the start time and the date and everything. And then it has Google Hangouts on air. So what will happen is, once you're ready to start your event, so as soon as 11:30 arrives, all right, so this is just a way, this is an edit box where you can go through and edit the same basic info we just went through. Okay, so now your event exists. Okay, and then you can literally like you can start this event. But once you can start it. So I'll show you how you do it. So you click here, start Hangout on air, and you'll automatically be popped into a Hangout window. Okay. Okay, I don't want to end a call. Okay, so I guess it doesn't like when I'm doing more than one at the same time. But anyway, here's the idea. So you're in Google Hangouts now. And you can go ahead and start your event. You can send a link to the event, et cetera, et cetera. So that's basically how you do it. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to do just a basic Google Hangout. So now you know how to do a planned event using YouTube and the platform of Google Hangouts for your challengers and coaches in the Challenger app. Okay, and you can also do this for meetings, like I said, and you can do this if you want to do your own trainings. You can also do it this way too, and have your customers come to live trainings, your coaches come to live trainings, and you can set up the events just this way. Okay, so let's go to Google, and I'm going to go to Google Hangouts. All right. All right. So hopefully you're still seeing this. Let me make sure, let me double check and make sure that you guys are still, oh yes, great. Okay. All right. So now, now you're in the Google Hangouts page, and basically, if you see me looking up, it's because I have a bigger monitor like that's right here, and it's actually easier for me to look at that monitor than look at this teeny one. So that's kind of why I kind of look up here. Anyway, so as you can see, this is the main page. So you go to Google, you go to Google Hangouts. You can do this from your phone. You can do this from your laptop. then you can literally, you can start a conversation. So how do you do that? You go to video call. So these are the options that you have, right? You have video call, phone call, or message. This is the one that I use most frequently for this platform. I sometimes will use the phone if I'm calling someone using my Google number, but and that's a whole other training that I probably can show you guys another time. But and you probably should have a phone number that is designated to you from Google and go to your cell phone instead of having your cell phone number out there. But anyway, that's another story. So there's a video call. So you click that option, and then now we're gonna have like a double. There we go. See, now it sees me. Yeah, you can see me kind of looking up. Anyway, so then the next thing that you do is you invite people. So you'll go and you'll invite whoever you're inviting, and then you copy the link to share. So if you don't have their email addresses, which is what I was mentioning before, then all you do is if you have a group on Facebook, for example, that you'd like to do this with, then you can literally copy the link to share and then share that link in the Facebook group and have them join you for this. It'll be like it'll be essentially just like a Facebook Live, but like a group conversation where people can see each other, because everybody who joins will be on video. So there'll be a video. There'll be a video, what do you call that now? A video pop-up on there of everybody. And so you'll be able to kind of have a face-to-face meeting. So it's a little bit of a step up beyond a Facebook Live because it's more interactive and you can see each other as well as hear each other. Whereas with the Facebook Live, it's just texting back and forth, which is less personal. So this is another good idea that you could literally use within your Facebook groups for even more interaction with your clients and customers. All right, so that's basically it. And then with Google and with this, literally you have tons of options. You can screen share like I'm doing right now. And there's an icon up here, which now I don't see. I'm not sure where it disappeared on this one. But if you go back to this first one, you'll see the icon here where, you have all your conversations going. Of course, now I think I have too many things going on right now, so maybe I should get out of this. So anyway, there are on the same column here, you will see a green box, and that green box is going to be what is going to allow you to share your screen. So say, for example, you have a PowerPoint presentation, or there's something that's on that you want to show the folks that are on the call with you, then you can share your screen just like I'm doing right now, and you can choose what you share. You can share the whole screen, you can share just an application. So that's basically that. And then either you have the capability of also, muting people or all that other good stuff. Okay. All right. I'm going to get out of screen share now. Okay, wait. I'm going to close this down. And I'm trying to get back to the live. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop screen sharing for a moment. All right. There we go. All right. So now, there's this one other thing I want to show you guys. And I wish you could see this. I mean, you can literally, respond. There's like on the sidebar, I don't know if you see this though, but on the sidebar of the screen where you see me, there is a group chat bar. And, during the live, people can chat back and forth in that group chat. And then there's also this cameraman thing. It just basically allows for you to move the camera around, which is kind of neat. It just kind of lets you move the camera around. I know, just a little style point, I guess. And then the control room is what allows for you to mute those in the audience, right? So people in the audience are able to mute those people or put their videos up or whatever have you. But that's another thing. Let's see what else. I think that's basically the gist of it. And hope that this was helpful. This went on a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I'm hoping it's helpful. Again, I have no idea why, number one, the live was not successful. And number two, anyway, doesn't matter. Please let me know if you have any questions about this. I am happy to answer any questions, help in any way. And again, I hope that this was helpful. Thank you and have a great day. Be strong, be brave, and unleash your greatness.